Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. This is KCAL 9 News at 9.
Now at 9, in just hours, an inferno reduced the California town of Greenville to ashes. And now tonight, the Dixie Fire has consumed another town in the Sierra foothills. Plus, as the Delta variant spikes around the world, Australia orders new lockdowns in its largest cities. And embattled New York Governor Andrew Cuomo facing a criminal complaint, a close aide accusing him of sexual harassment. Tonight, new demands for him to resign. But first, we have breaking news tonight in La Habra, where a police officer was hit in a shootout with a suspect right outside the front doors of the police station. And Desmond Shaw is live overhead in Sky 9 with more information. Desmond?
Yeah, Pat, and we can also tell you, according to actually a La Habra City Council person, that the suspect has been killed at the scene and is inside of this tarp right here, right in front, right at the front door of the police department. But you're right that there was a police officer who was shot in this altercation, and the investigation is just beginning. Let's show you the scene at UCI Medical Center at the Trauma Center. That is where that officer has been transported there to that trauma center in unknown condition right now. But again, one person has been killed, and that information coming from a La Habra City Council person. You can see all of the evidence markers here in the street. A couple of these cars appear to be involved. We saw investigators shining their flashlights in there, and it's kind of hard to see. I know it's a little dark, but there's a pair of guns sitting right there by the bushes, right by the front door as well. So again, the investigation just taking place. That officer in unknown condition, and one person has been killed in this altercation of some sort at the La Habra Police Department tonight. Live in Sky 9 overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Pat, back to you in the studio.
All right, wishing the officer well in his recovery. Thank you very much, Desmond. Now, welcome to KCAL 9 News at 9, and we're streaming on CBSN Los Angeles. I'm Pat Harvey. The massive Dixie Fire in Northern California exploded overnight again and incinerated yet another town. It's now the largest wildfire in the country and the third largest in California history. Just hours after the Dixie Fire reduced the town of Greenville to ashes, it destroyed another town called Canyon Dam, about 12 miles away. And that sits on the shore of Lake Almanor in Plumas County. KCAL 9's Tom Wade is here now with the latest on this Dixie disaster.
Yeah, I mean, Pat, it's just so hard to watch this night after night, year after year. We cover so many of these fires. The images are absolutely heartbreaking and devastating. So many homes burned, people losing everything, a cycle that seems to get worse every year. As the town of Greenville lay in ruins, the Dixie Fire kept roaring. This is what it looked like Thursday night on the road to Canyon Dam in the mountains of Northern California. Everything, trees, cars, homes, and more homes in flames. This fire has shredded everything in its path, including the town of Canyon Dam, nearly 10 miles from Greenville. Two towns erased from the map in 24 hours. Greenville had thrived since the days of the California gold rush.
I'll say goodbye to Greenville for now.
It took just an hour for these buildings to be incinerated, all from a fire that's now burned for more than 3 weeks, starting small near the town of Paradise. And then growing exponentially. This week it exploded, now becoming the third largest wildfire in California history. Of the state's 7 biggest fires ever, 6 have occurred in the last year.
We're seeing truly frightening fire behavior. We really are in uncharted territory around some of these extreme large fires.
It's also leaving behind a trail of misery.
We'll be okay. They'll get new toys and everything, but it's just memories.
And tonight, more towns threatened and new evacuations.
The fire goes over Kitty Ridge, then we will leave.
If all signs point to it's coming here, you're ready to get out of here.
Right. If we see flames, we're gone.
There is some good news for at least one town near the path of the fire, Chester. So far, firefighters have kept the flames from burning homes here. Residents are trying to help and determined to protect their town.
I will not let this place burn. No way.
George and Mickey work at a campground just west of Chester.
It's one of those towns, you go in there, you walk into stores, everybody says hi, you get to know all the cashiers at the stores, the hardware stores, you get to know everybody by name. It's a very easy, friendly little place.
Mickey and George weren't sure if their hometown was still standing.
It's fine, Chester looks good.
Does it? Fantastic. Fantastic. Good to hear.
And officials believe the fire will burn for several more weeks, putting more communities in harm's way. Pat, back to you.
All right, glad to see some of the good news with them at least helping Chester for the time.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Tom. Now, in the pandemic, sobering news that for the first time in 6 months, the U.S. has topped 120,000 COVID cases in a single day. A strong signal that the summer surge is only growing. But the U.S. also reached a major vaccine milestone today. The White House says half of the